Hello everyone, my name is Calipro, and welcome to the third step in this walkthrough series, How to Make a Minecraft Server. If you're joining me for the first time and want to start this series from the beginning, click the pop-up link at the bottom of this video. In this series, I'm opening up my very own server config files and teaching you in order of importance what I had to learn on my own while building my server. Today, we're going to begin adding to our server what I call the core collection. This is a collection of core plugins that most servers should start with. In this episode, we will be installing and setting up EssentialsX, and if you need to, press the pause button while following instructions. And now, if you're ready, let's dig in. Okay guys, this is going to be a big one, so grab your cup of coffee or your energy drink and get ready. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is click the link in the description as shown here. This will take you to the download location. Now on this page, locate the last successful artifacts link and click it. Now locate the all files in zip link and click that. You should be downloading these files. After that is finished downloading, find your downloads folder and unzip the archive file to your downloads folder. I suggest keeping it in the downloads folder for easy access. Once those files have finished unzipping, open the archive folder and delete the file named XMPP. You don't need it for this tutorial. These files contain the 6 jar files we will be installing. Now go open your FTP client. Mine is WinSCP. Watch episode 1 if you do not know how to use an FTP client. Log into your server. And on the left hand side, locate your zipped files containing EssentialsX. Click on this file button here and locate the file you stored it in. Now make sure your server files are open to either root or plugins. You can tell by looking here. Now locate your plugins folder, double click it if you're not already in your plugins folder. Now looking back on the left hand side of the FTP client, we must go into each file for Essentials and locate the jar files. Drag and drop each jar file into your plugins folder. Repeat this until all 6 jar files are in the plugins folder. Now locate your server control panel and restart your server. We have now uploaded EssentialsX to our server. And now we have to make some changes to our config file. Returning back to our FTP client, hit the refresh button on the right side, our server files side. Notice now we have an Essentials folder. Open that folder, locate the YML file named config. Right click on it and hover over edit, and then use Notepad++ to edit the file If you do not have Notepad++ set up, you can either edit with normal Notepad or watch episode 1 for how to set it up. Alright, now I will show you the changes you will need to make for the Townie server we're creating. Make any additional changes at your own risk. Okay, we're going to scroll down as we go. I changed the ops name's color to C. I don't like how dark the original ops name looks. It's not a big change, just a personal preference. I took away the nickname prefix. In between these two apostrophes, you would put what you would want to appear before someone's name to indicate that they have made it into a nickname. This too is a personal preference. I shortened the nick length to 12. No change here. No change here. No change here or here. Okay, at teleport cooldown, I changed this value to 30. This is just a bit of anti-command spam. I changed teleport delay to 5 seconds so people can't just teleport after attacking someone. No change here, no change, no change, no change. Okay, we aren't going to be giving people the ability to use /give unless they are top staff members, so no change here. We are changing this permission-based item spawn to true. We are changing spawn mob limit to 3. If we give this as a perk, we don't want anyone to abuse it. Alright, no change. Here we're going to change drop items if full, so people can have the chance to drop useless items to pick up their more valuable item. Alright, we're changing notify to no new mail. We don't need this. In disabled commands, I have op disabled. If you are owner, you can use console to op. No change to social spy. In mute commands, I added the asterisk to take away all perms for a player. That's just a personal preference of mine. Okay, so now under the kit section, watch closely where I click and drag. Highlight from the beginning of tools to the end of fireworks and press delete. We are making our own kits in a few episodes. Alright, no change to enabled signs. Scroll down until you see list section. I'll highlight it here. Click in front of admins and type a number sign, which is Shift +3. This will tell the plugin to ignore this line. Skip all the way down to Auto AFK. This is my personal preference, change 300 to 180. Alright, so now a big skip all the way down to register back in listener. I'll highlight it. We're going to be giving some of our players the back command, so we need to change this value to true. Alright, no change to login attack delay. We are changing max fly speed to 0.4 and changing max walk speed to 0.3. If a player moves too fast, that can cause the server to work extra hard to load chunks. Alright, we're going to skip to max temp ban and changing it to 86,400 seconds. Otherwise, our temp bans can be permabans if we don't change this. Alright, we're going to change the last message reply recipient to false, just because it makes sense to reply to the person who last messaged you. Changing the milk bucket Easter egg to false. Changing send fly enable on join to false. We don't want chat clutter. We're going to change the world home permissions to true. We're only going to want certain people to be able to access certain worlds. Okay, so I went ahead and made some changes here to set home ahead of time. Go ahead and pause and type these in. Make sure everything is exact or you will have errors in your console. If you have questions, I'll do my best to answer them, but if you have MC Pro hosting, they'll be able to help you in no time. These are going to be rank perks. The higher the rank you are, the more set homes you may have. We are defining here how many set homes each rank may have. You can change the number of values as you like. But don't change the rank names unless you're going to remember what you changed them to when we add them to the permissions in our permissions file. Alright, we're moving on. Since this is a townie server, we're going to change our starting balance to 500 to give new players cash to start a town. Alright, scroll down to min money and change that value to 0. We don't want any debts. If you really want people to have debts, you can change that max debt amount. For my server, I do not want debts. Alright, skip to minimum pay amount and change the number value to 0.01. We don't want fractioned pennies. Okay, so locate currency symbol format local. It's in green words. I'll highlight it for you. Scroll down a little bit because we need to remove the number sign in front of it to activate it. Alright, we're going to skip one and change non-S in help to false. No one needs this. Okay, so scrolling down, we're going to make some big changes, so pause and copy this exactly. And I can't stress exactly enough. This is how our ranks will appear in chat. Okay, under format, make sure you remove these carets here, if that's what you want to call them. They're greater than or less than signs, whatever, they look dumb in chat. Then add a colon here after the display name. Scroll down a little bit. Okay, so in group formats, you'll see that I've added the deluxe tags variable. We're going to need this later on in the tutorial. It won't hurt you if you do not use deluxe tags and you have them here, but if you do use deluxe chat, these parentheses, these little squiggly parentheses around the deluxe tags, they need to become percentage signs. Take your time copying this. If you get errors, it's most likely this is the location that you made them. Try using the parsing tool in the description. Select all the typing in the config file and copy, then paste it in the parser to get an idea of where you made your error. Alright, now's a good time to pause if you're not done. Okay, moving on to protection section. We're going to locate wither block replace and change that to true. It's located somewhere at the bottom of this list. Okay, so we're also going to locate the creeper block damage and make that true to prevent creeper block damage. We're going to change Enderman pickup to true so we don't have Enderman picking stuff up. Okay, we're going to skip to Essentials anti-build. Locate Essentials anti-build. I'll highlight it. Okay, so now locate build under this section and change it to false. Locate use and change that to false. Now make a small skip until you locate blacklist. We are going to change the placement item numbers to 137, 210, and 211, Now we're going to change the usage item numbers to 137, 210, 211, and 432. This is optional. The 432 portion is optional if you don't want people to use chorus fruit. I took it away because the only reason to use chorus fruit is to go to places you shouldn't be or invade privacy. It's totally up to you. Okay, now onto the break section. Make sure the items that we have here are 137, 210, 211. These are your command blocks. Copy and paste these into piston and dispenser sections as well. We don't want people using, placing, or breaking command blocks. Now moving on to Essential Spawn, New Player section, we are going to change kit to 2 apostrophes. We don't need this. This is what we use to negate something that we don't want. We just put in a negative, like a 0 value here. Okay, change the respawner listener priority to lowest. And we are all finished with our Essentials config file. Now you can restart your server and prepare to move on to the next lesson. Well guys, with exceptions to kits, we have Essentials set up. So that concludes this episode. If you found this episode useful, please leave a like on this video. I hope this series helps creating a server easier on you. If you want to get updates, please hit the subscribe button. In the next episode, we will be tackling Permissions X. So until then, thanks for watching.